It's the second leg against Arsenal in the Europa League, and we take a 2-1 lead over to the Emirates. It's all to play for. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the Journeyman Save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me once again. And I know I mentioned it last time. Thank you for everybody who subscribed that's new. We are slowly getting towards that target of 2,000 subscribers by Christmas. As we said in the last video, when I land on the 31st of December back in Singapore, it would be amazing to see 2,000 subscribers on the channel. But we are playing Arsenal. We've had one game in between the first leg, and it was a 2-2 draw with Spal. And we went 2-0 down and then got back to 2-2. Lovro getting a goal and Barbosa getting a goal in the 84th minute. Barbosa's goal was absolutely stupid. Against Arsenal, I complained that if you're in the last episode, that they got a really lucky goal, and then we went and did this, which I'll just let it load, and it was absolutely ridiculous. If I just pause it and go into... Which you go into TV, it doesn't really matter which one it is. So Bayoko has a throw out to Patanga. It gets hoofed clear, if I remember rightly, by Bayoko. No, someone does a long ball in a minute. Madragora gets it into Jan Petri. Basically, we have some decent build-up play. And Jan Petri gets it. He tries to do a ball over there. He gets tackled. It gets cleared. It will eventually come down to the left-hand side. And I just don't know. I didn't have any words, really. It was ridiculous. It was so lucky. It was unbelievable. So here we go. It slowly makes its way over to the left. It's a bit of a ball pass. The left back gets it, boots it against our player. It falls to Barbosa, who puts it in first time. And I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that something like that could happen. Not much else to report on, obviously. Only having one game in between. We've rested a number of the players, which is always helpful. Looks like this is how we're going to line up. So Callum Bacon will lead the line. Brett Higgins in behind him at two Patreons right next to each other. Zielinski, Madragora, Zacchini, Orsolini, Janjevic, Sanchez, Evangelisti, Schaefer and Gurabara in goal. And then the bench of Mavogo and Pacano, Bayoko, Patanga, Correa, Barbosa and Lovro on the bench. Jurrit Hendrick is back. Oh, actually, he is back. Now that I've said that, he is actually back. So I think he's going to go on the bench instead of Mpakano, because we've got Lovro there who can cover the centre back, because I'd much prefer to play Lovro than Mpakano, who I'm now really regretting giving a new contract to, because he's nowhere near our first team anymore that we've brought in Sanchez, and as I said, I'd rather play Lovro. But we'll get into the game. We'll submit that team. Yeah, the 5 substitutes, I know who they are that are outside the matchday squad, but it's been pretty good. It's been I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm confident, but I can't think of a word that I am, and that's rubbish English. Don't allow the good work that we did in the first leg to be undone. Let's stick with TV. Let's stick with the TV screen and visualise for a second. So let's get the game underway in 3D. It's quite a nice view actually in 3D, this, isn't it? You get a good idea of formations. We might do some pausing and see how people line up and see if there's things that we can exploit just by looking at it. So Kyle Walker-Peters gets a start at right back. He's knackered. Bernassi starts in centre mid. He's knackered. Rui de Villard this time starts at centre back. Kolasinac, who came on in this first leg, starts at left back. And Iwobi picks it up, runs forward, beats one, gets the edge of the box, shoots, and he puts it wide. So not too much to worry about there from Alex Iwobi. I'm still very surprised that he's even in Arsenal's squad at the moment. We'll stick on counter for a little bit and just see how it goes. I don't want us to put ourselves under too much pressure because they have got that away goal. We're doing a slow and low tempo to the game, and we're trying to keep possession, which isn't really working. But 20 minutes in, nothing much to report, and that's fine by me. We're 6.7s pretty much all over the board, as are they. So quite an even game, and Orsolini has got an injury, which isn't really any good for anybody. Barbosa's going to come on the right wing, which Isn't ideal, but it does give us the flexibility to go straight back to 2 up front if we need to. As ASCII puts it balls in, back to Benassi. Benassi to ASCII. ASCII to Evans. Evans is forced backwards really well. We find Walker Peters into Evans again, who shoots and it goes just past the post. And it's tense. We've only had the 1 shot. Arsenal having 5. They do have to come at us though, and I would suggest they're probably shooting from range if they've only had 2 on target. And the 2 shots we've seen haven't actually been on target, so it suggests the ones on target weren't even that good. As Brett Higgins back to Schaefer. Schaefer to Brett Higgins again. Zucchini, some good passing, keeping the ball, looking for a first time pass to Bacon, but it doesn't quite work. And we're going to come off this and we're going to go back to 2D because that's a 3. I love the 3D is good, but I can't watch a whole game in it. And ASCII has it, and hopefully that won't be the difference between us keeping a clean sheet and conceding. As ASCII gives it to Iwobi. Iwobi looks back to Dendoncker for Arsenal. They're keeping the ball very well. Evans, ASCII into Evans again, shoots, hits the post and then tackled by Evangelisti before he could put the rebound in. Living on a knife edge, Iwobi flicks it on, it's sort of cleared back to Iwobi, tackled well by Schaefer, hoofs it clear, and I'm going to suggest that we need to change something up here. So what we're going to do, let's go a bit more direct. We don't need to work it into the box, don't need to play out the defence. We'll just go to a lower tempo at the moment. I'm just thinking if we can hit them on the counter, which is what we're trying to do, and we've got the pace of Callum Bacon up there that we can try and hit slightly earlier. As Evangelisti looks to dink in a free kick, it's poor, and ASCII will bring it away on a counter-attack, and Arsenal are flooding men forward, and ASCII's just got acres of space to run into, and he shoots from range and it goes past the post. And again, it's not the most convincing of starts from us compared to the last time in the first leg. I mean, look at this. They are absolutely dominating us. I think we're going to have to go back. We're going to go to the 4-4-2 and just try and stamp our impression on this game. I don't think we're doing that enough at the moment. So we're going to go back to the 4-4-2 that we know can dominate possession. Well done. We're still leading the aggregate. Things are going well. I know you're capable of even better because we are still winning. You weren't that bad. Passionately, you weren't that bad to all of them. And it should get them going a little bit, which it seems it has done. So we can revert straight back to the 4-4-2. We can put Bacon and then we can put Barbosa up front with him. And we'll put Brett Higgins on the wing. Just wondering if those two would be better the other way around. No, we'll put Brett Higgins. Brett, I think you can play out there. How are you doing? 6.4. So if it does go a bit tits up, we can bring on Patanga or Correa. Oh, we should probably do that straight away. No, we'll leave it. We'll give it a bit of time. We're going to go for it. This is what we're going to go for. And we'll see how it goes. If we can get 1 goal, I'd be pretty confident then. If we can get a goal, then I will be confident. Callum Bacon, ball across, and Horvath dives on it. Again, Arsenal still in 5th in the Premier League, and we're still in 4th after that draw with Spal in between these 2 games. Walker's Peters up to Pellegrini. Pellegrini turns, ball across. Iwobi will get there, but it's not too much on for him as Zielinski interrupts as well. That's a good ball forward to Gabriel Barbosa. Into Bacon. Bacon is isolated but does well to give it back to Brett Higgins. To Barbosa. Barbosa couldn't get past Kolasinac, the man mountain. He is a tank, Kolasinac, for Arsenal in real life. And that's a great ball through to Evans. The angle's tight. Iwobi's there, heads it back across. And not troubling Grabara in the Napoli goal. And it's all very tense and tight at the moment. And Brett Higgins is not enjoying that right wing spot. So we are going to bring on Correa, and then Correa is going to swap with Zucchini over there. Now, Correa had a very influential game last time, and he's unlucky to miss out, I guess, from the start this time. But just coming back from that injury he picked up in the first leg. So we'll see how it goes. Bacon also not having a good game. We could bring on Patanga for a bit of experience. We might have to look at shoring up the defence, though, because at the moment, that isn't looking too good. They make their first sub and take off world-class midfielder Benassi and bring on Magolan, who's a regen, who looked very, very good in the first leg. We're going to just take off on just after the hour mark, 65 minutes gone. Janjevic is going to come off at Bayoko. Mainly, that's due to rating. I don't think Janjevic is really... On the highlights we've seen, he hasn't done anything wrong. But Bayoko... Yeah, a 6.6 is not brilliant. At the back 4, he was easily the worst. I think the next one will probably be striker as we get that away. Evangelisti heads it clear. Malcolm picks it up, the goal scorer in the first leg for Arsenal. Good ball through to Magolan. Crossed. Semedo heads it straight at Grabara. And we are just about hanging on in there, and I'm just now wondering, with 10 minutes to go, if we just tell these guys don't push up at all. Let's just keep this nice and solid. We're actually going to drop that back as well. We're not going to go defensive just yet, but that yellow card is a risk. It's a risk, but it's a risk I'm going to stick with, because Zielinski is crucial to how we play and what we're doing with Napoli, and I think I promised that I'm going to sell him at the end of the season. If a big club, a really big club, like a Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid job becomes available in this summer, I will apply for it, because I want to go to a massive, massive club after Napoli, and if it's I want to get there as soon as possible as well, because I really want a proper stab at the Champions League, and I really want to have a club that's got a shit ton of money, so that I can basically buy Brett Higgins and Callum Bacon on a permanent deal as Zielinski gets that ball, and hopefully we can keep this and just see this out, and that will be the win. As Zielinski into Madrigora, and there it is! We're into the semi-finals of the Europa League. Not very convincing in that second leg, but it doesn't matter, because we did the job in the first leg, and that is what is important. That's why you like your home ties, because we got a 2-1 win in the home tie, and now we're into the semis, and it is Leverkusen are in there. It's 3 German teams: Red Bull Leipzig, Leverkusen, and Schalke, Gelsenkirchen. It's made, I think, for us to have Leverkusen in the final. Who, by the way, there was rumours that they were going to sack Marcus Babbel, because he hasn't had the best of seasons, according that we won it last year with Leverkusen. 20 points off top. That's embarrassing, according to the team we left him. That is embarrassing. Oh, crap. Orsolini's out for 2 months. That's his season over. The fairy tale continues. Right, we will wait and see who we get in the semi-final. The draw is coming up today, the 23rd, is pretty sure when it was scheduled, and it's not happening just yet, so bear with me and we'll see if it happens. But I don't want... Do I want Leverkusen in the semis? Do I just want to face them whenever? They're easily the best team that's still going to be in it, when we know that from past experience of managing them. They've got Isaac, Dolberg, Hendricks, and here we go. We are, so Leverkusen, Red Bull Leipzig, Schalke, and us. First out of the hat is Leverkusen. Second out of the hat is us, because I've clicked it and it didn't come out very quickly. We're going back to the Bayer Arena to face Leverkusen. Oh, man. Now, I want to put this out there and say we get through this semi-final, we win the Europa League. I'm saying that already. I'll be very disappointed if we get through against Leverkusen and don't win the Europa League. I'd be incredibly disappointed. And that, because the league, we're not going to win the league. We're not going to win Serie A. We're too far behind Juventus, who are leading it. Or Inter, sorry, who are leading it. We are 15 points behind. We could nick third of AC Milan. That would be impressive as well to do that. But everything's now on the Europa League, and that's what we're going to try and go out winning before we leave Napoli. Because I'm predicting that a big club is going to... Someone ahead is going to lose their manager, one of the big clubs, and we're going to put our name in that hat. So we'll be back for the game against Leverkusen, our old team. The team we left. The team that we left as champions of Germany. Oh, man. With those kits as well that were designed for me, which was absolutely unbelievable. They're beautiful kits. They really are. But we are going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. It is a short episode today, but it's a crucial episode because we're through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. We are playing our old club, Leverkusen. And let's see how we get on in the next episode. But thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe, hit that button if you're new, and hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.